Hi, I'm Eric Hirst, and I'm going to be teaching a course this fall for ALL on local water issues. Water is a fascinating, complicated, and controversial issue. Understanding water requires knowledge of biology, ecology, law, geology, hydrogeology, economics, engineering, policy, politics, and perhaps a few other disciplines. Water is essential for all life, plants, animals, people, fish. Water has two entirely different aspects. One is, as I just mentioned, the natural environment, and here economics plays no role whatsoever. And the other aspect of water is human use in our homes, businesses, factories, and especially locally for agricultural irrigation. Economics should, but doesn't often play an important role here. Although Whatcom County gets a lot of snow and rain in the winter, summer is a different story. And the one session class we'll be having this fall focuses on issues related to the supply of water in the summer and the demand for water in the summer. Because of climate change, summer flows throughout the Nooksack watershed are too low and are declining. And let me show an illustration of that. This graph shows summer flows in the Nooksack River as measured at Ferndale from 1967 through 2024. And there are three things to observe from this graph. One is the enormous volatility from year to year. The amount of flow in the river varies enormously from year to year, summer to summer. Second thing to notice is the long-term decline in flows, about a 0.5% a year, maybe a little bit more. This is bad because throughout this history, the flows have been too low to support healthy salmon population, and they're getting worse. But the third point makes it even worse. If you look at the last 15 years, the decline in stream flows is much greater than over the long term, about 3.5% a year. And this pattern of declining flows and more rapidly declining flows in the later years is true throughout the watershed in the North Fork, Middle Fork, South Fork, and the lowland tributaries such as Bertrand and Fish Trap. Things are even worse than that because while supplies are going down, demand is going up because of hotter and drier summers, again caused by climate change. So we need more water for irrigation, our lawns, gardens, golf courses, and again, especially agriculture. Ag accounts for about three-quarters of summer water use. Unfortunately, that is our local governments acting as the Watershed Management Board, are doing almost nothing to address a substantial and growing gap between diminishing summer water supplies and growing demand. And this one session class will focus on summer supply throughout the watershed, both in-stream flows for salmon and human out-of-stream water use. Finally, because water is such a complicated issue, you should consider my views as interesting, but not necessarily definitive. We'll have plenty of time for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and I look forward to seeing you this fall. Thank you.